What's going on, people? We back at it again. Drams on deck, and today we got two new hitters up in the building. We're gonna get down to it. You see what time it is. You see what time it is. The Breckenridge. We got the port and we got the PX. They're both sweet. The PX is like a sweet dessert sherry-like wine, and the port definitely is a sweet wine as well. Parts a lot of sweetness into it. So this one right here, they both are high rye bourbons. They're also aged in New American oak, and they're finished in port or PX. So you see what time it is. I got a batch 13 for the port, 8 for the PX. Both 45%. They're both what you would call the specialty cask for the Breckenridge. They also have other barrels and casks and bottles they offer. We'll get into that in a little bit. But anyway, you see what time it is. As always, we gonna nose it, we gonna taste it, we gonna score it. Breckenridge, Drams on deck. Let's go. What's going on, baby? We back at it again. Drams on deck. As promised, as stated, we got the Breckenridge in the building for review. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Both of them bought at 45%. We have the PX cast, the port cast. As stated earlier, if you like sweetness in your whiskeys, if you like finished bourbons and whiskeys, and you like sweetness, I think these can be more towards your liking. Me personally, they're 45%. I like high proofs. High proofs for me is 50 and up. These are below that, but nevertheless, I've actually been watching this. I've been seeing Breckenridge for years. I just never really tried it, but for recently, I don't know why. I said, you know what? Let me give it a shot. So I actually got this in my local store. These are not hard to get. You can usually find it in any neighborhood store. These, I think I dropped around $63 or something for both of them. They was both around $58, with tax around $63. The ballpark from was around 55 to 70 bucks ballpark. They do have a line of other whiskeys, and if you don't know, they're from Colorado, so from like the highest peak in Colorado. I think they even use some snow, some water from the snow that they actually use, part of their environment to put in some of their whiskeys. So, Colorado whiskey, and actually, like I said, these right here are on sweet type, a little bit on the sweet, what you call a sweeter side. So I'm good with that. But yeah, as always, we gonna taste it, we gonna nose it, we gonna score it, and just tell you my opinions of it, man. But other offers they have a rum cask finish. I actually seen a high proof one. I think the high proof is only like maybe 53%. I say only 53% because certain barrel proofs or cask strength whiskeys, they can get well over 60%. So that one there's 53%. And also they have just a standard, I think it's a black colored bottle. That's like their entry level blend. I think that one's 43%. These are both 45. So they have a different lineups of ones. But like I said, they've been around for years. I just recently tried to get in, try these out. So without further ado, I'm left-handed. So I'm going to start on the left side. I'm going to start with the port cast. So, and before I do that, the color-wise, I'm looking at the colors side by side. The color's almost damn near identical. I really can't tell it apart. I mean, it's pretty much spot on. So they're both 3 years, like I said, aged in American charred oak and finished in their respective wine barrels. And I don't know how long they was aged in the port or PX. I would say no more than a year, if that, anywhere from 6 months to a year, something like that. That would be my guess. But anyway, I'm gonna start with the port. See what we have on this nose. Okay. So these are not, it's like what you consider high proof. So the nose is not very flagrant. I mean, flavor is not very like in your face, just wow. Something that's like maybe cask strength, like 50, high 50s, 60%. A lot of times you can just smell the alcohol and then obviously other things as well. But this one is kind of more muted on the flagrant tip. I don't pick up a lot of different distinct notes on the nose. I mean, I do pick up some oak, a little maybe like a dry hint of cinnamon or something, but that's about it. Nothing major, nothing that's really kicking or standing out for me, mostly on the nose. So without further ado, let's take this first sip of the Breckenridge port cast and see what we got. Cheers. Okay. All right now. For our first sip, still coat my palate, getting sensitized to the alcohol. But me, I take 2 sips first, saturate that palate so I can really dive deep into those notes. But definitely, on the first sip, you do pick up some spices. You know what I'm saying? It says high rye, but I don't know how high. I don't know if it's 95% to what percent the rye is. But I will say that it's not a heavy rye spice I'm picking up on the palate. You know, so that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I wish I knew exactly how high the rye mash bill is, but just off my taste. And keep in mind, maybe it's being masked by the port cask, but it doesn't taste like a super high rye, whatever the mash bill count may be. Anyway, one more quick sip. So on this one, you do get some sweetness to it, but to be honest with you, I've had some port cask finishes that had like very flagrant fruits on it. Fruits like dark fruits like raisins, bananas, prunes. On this one, I'm not picking up high distinct port fruity characteristics. I do pick up more spice. When I say spice, when I'm talking about the rye spice, I'm talking about like the nutmeg, cinnamon, that kind of a spice. I pick up that. I pick up just a little bit of vanilla, sweet oak, but it's not fruit heavy like I thought that it would be because port is known for those type of flavors. I've had some. Just to name a few. You probably can't see from the camera shot, but I do have a Redbreast 27. That one is aged in ruby red port cask, and among other casks. And I mean, it just tastes like a straight fruit basket, and it smells like it. So this is definitely not on that level. I mean, obviously the age statement alone, 27 years versus finishing it, so it's just different. But nevertheless, it's not. I'm not picking up heavy fruit characteristics on the palate. I pick up the spice, like I said, the cinnamon, nutmeg spice, the oak, but I'm not picking up heavy fruits on this one, which I thought that I would be. I'm not sure if it was a higher ABV would, because it is watered down to 45, so I don't know if it was a higher ABV would help just bring it out more, but it's not bad. Don't get me wrong, but I will say that I've had better port casks before. But it's not bad. The good thing that it has going for it is an easy sipper. It's not, like I said, only 45%, so it's not super hot. So for example, let's suppose you have guests over and you want to give them something like a new spirit. Some people may have their go-tos that they've been drinking for years. Like, people have been drinking Johnny Walker for years or whatever they may be drinking, or their standard, EH, whatever. But sometimes this is probably something that maybe they're not drinking every day. So if you were to give them like a different finished bourbon, I think this could be definitely a crowd pleaser, easy sipper, because like I said, it does have it's not fruit, but it does have like a spice sweetness to it. And it's an easy sipper, doesn't burn. It doesn't necessarily break the bank at $60 per se. So, give or take. I think this could be a crowd pleaser for people who don't, necessarily drink high proofs or like sweet drinks. I think this may be an easy sipper for them. But anyway, I think for me, like I said, it's cool, but I'm just not wowed by it. I've had, several port cask finishes. A lot of them, not all, were in Scotch. I'm a worldly whiskey person, so I drink whiskeys from all over. American, Japanese, Irish, Taiwanese whiskey, Japanese whiskey. So I've had other port cask finishes that kind of knock my socks off. This one doesn't knock my socks off, but it's not bad either. It's like I said, it's an easy sipper, crowd pleaser, easy to find, necessarily doesn't break the bank. I think it still could be priced at, I don't know, $10 cheaper, but depends on where you go. But like I said, $58, that's not bad. So for me, if I had to rate this 1 out of 10, 10 being the best for me, Drams on deck. This Breckenridge PX 45%. For what it is, I would give this a 6.5. I'd say about 6.75 out of a 10. 6.75 for me. Almost a 7, which is it's a pretty decent score. It's decent, you know what I'm saying? Just shy of a 7. I give it 6.75, 6 3/4 out of a 10. It's not bad, easy sipper. I don't think about it. To me, it's just, when I think port cask, I've had some port cask. Like I said, I can taste like melons, berries, all kind of fruit characteristics. I don't really pick up a heavy fruit characteristics on this, So, and like I said, it's not high proof, but like I said, it doesn't have to be for certain people. So nevertheless, like I said, it's not bad. 6.675 out of a 10, man. Not bad. Now I'm gonna switch over and try this PX. Now, PX, like I said earlier, is dessert-like wine. It's a sherry. So this one right here, you know what I'm saying, give or take, it may be more. I've tried them both, but I haven't tried them side by side. So we'll see how this goes. But as I said earlier, they're both medium amber color on the color tip. Let's see what this PX has to offer on the nose. Yeah, similar to that. I'm not getting anything that's jumping out on me on the nose. I mean, I'm not getting a fruit basket on the nose either. I mean, I just get just a little, very similar spice, a little bit of oak. Nothing spectacular on the nose for me. I don't know if my nose is just different today, but it's just not. It's the there's just nothing spectacular on the nose. So, without further ado, I'm not gonna bore you with the nose if I'm not picking up anything. Let's take this sip of this PX and see what we got to offer. Cheers. Okay. Off the first sip, I pick up more sweetness on the PX. But that's not a shocker to me because, like I said, PX is a dessert like wine, so it's very sweet. Compared to Oloroso share, which is a little bit more of a drier wine, PX is definitely sweeter. So, but like I said, I've had some port casts that's just really sweet too. So, but yeah, this PX is, even off the first sip, I can taste the sweet difference. The sweet profile is higher on this PX than it is on the port. But let me take one more quick sip and I can give you more details better on the notes. Oh yeah, I definitely pick up more fruit on this one. Raisins, plums, a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of strawberry. It's not, I wouldn't say it's not a fruit bomb, but it's definitely, you can pick up the fruitiness to it. You pick up a nice, and the consistency of it seems a little bit more thicker. When I said like the viscosity, the oiliness, it's a little bit, when I swirl it around, it seems to stick to the walls a little bit more, so it's slightly more creamier than the PX. And I pick up more fruit characteristics on this one than the PX. So, like I said, strawberries, raisins, a little bit of chocolate. I like it. I like it. You know what I'm saying? And they're both 45%. So they both, neither one of them are hot, you know. But to me, the fruit characteristics are more pronounced with that PX because I said PX is sweeter. It's a very sweet dessert-like wine. So again, I don't know how long. I'm not saying this was aged in PX longer than it's been aged in port. I don't know that. But what I would say is that the cask characteristics has definitely enhanced this one more in the PX than I do in the port. So like I said, they're both, you know, solid. But this one, I would definitely take the PX over the port for the Breckenridge. I'm gonna take one more last quick sip. I'm gonna score this one for you. Like I said, more the same. I said it's not. Wouldn't say it's a fruit basket, but it's definitely has more pronounced fruit flavors than the port. Like I said, a little bit of chocolate, raisins, prunes, a little vanilla. It's nice. It's not bad at all. And like I said, they're not hot. So, but I think side by side, you could taste the difference. The PX is definitely more pronounced. So they're both same price, same ABV. So if I had to rate this Breckenridge PX 1 of a 10, 10 being the best for me, Drams on deck, man, I give this a 7.5. 7.5 out of a 10 for me for Drams on deck. Like I said, this one is just not quite as pronounced as the PX. I mean, it's not bad. The port is not bad. I just think the PX, if you in side by side, the PX to me it definitely takes the cake on that one. So I give this a 7.5 out of a 10 for the PX and a 6.75 out of a 10 for the port. Like I said, I definitely would try some more of the Breckenridge. I want to try their high proof. Like I said, I'm a high proof guy. So I definitely would some point I'll give that a shot. At one of the stores around here, that they have samples of these, so that's kind of where I try to give you, like I said, I beat an extremely small sample. Like I mean, very enough to just to cover your tongue. They pour you very small, but I think I'll be able to try a sample there and just go from there. But nevertheless, man, not bad at all. Like I said, they're not gonna break the bank. They're not hard to find. So if you're looking for something that's different, a finished bourbon, something that's not necessarily high proof, I think this is a definitely nice little change. So they're what you consider their specialty cask. So if you're not into finished bourbons, they do have like the standard entry level one, the 43%. They do have the 53%, which is the high proof rum cask, which was still another finished one. But nevertheless, they have other options that may be more to your liking if you're not into the sweeter finished bourbon series, which is what these would be. So I haven't had the entry level one, but that's what I'm saying. I'm looking to try it. Nevertheless, all in all, if you've seen these Breckenridge before, if you had these two expressions, or if you ever had any other the Breckenridge expressions, let me know. Hit me in the comment description. Let me know. Let me know your opinions and thoughts of it. You guys are my drinking buddies, so I definitely want to interact with you guys. Let me know your thoughts and opinions of it. Did these work for you? Did they not work for you? Anything in between, or have you ever had any other different ones? I'm curious to know what that rum cask tastes like. I'm curious to know. So if you ever had that one, let me know your thoughts and opinions. I also have a Instagram page. And so if you haven't seen, all my reviews are not posted. I have a few reviews that's actually on my Instagram page. So check my Instagram page out. And I have a lot of bottles on there that I haven't even reviewed yet. So a lot of times people may see it and ask, request reviews. So check that out. I also do have a Cash App Patreon in my description box. If you do choose to support and make a small donation, that definitely helps the channel. But if you got something out of it, hit the thumbs up, hit the like button. Thumbs and likes won't cost you a thing, man. So hope you got something out of it, man. And like I said, man, we're going to just keep this rolling on. Hope everybody's safe out here so far this new year, enjoying themselves. Till next time, Drams on deck. Yes, sir.